Okay, so I'm going to show you how to remove a starter from a 2000 Dodge Neon. And there isn't a video on here before this one now that was simple. There was a few different techniques. I did it by trial and error, and it came out pretty simple. You disconnect the battery terminals so you don't get a short. Remove the air box. There's 2 bolts on the air box, one here and one here, and that's over by the elbow that goes into the fender, and then there's one on top of the radiator. And you remove the air hose intake, and then you have a bolt. Disconnect the there's lines and stuff that go to this. You don't have to disconnect everything. You just have to unplug a plug here and an air line, a vacuum line that goes to the box. Then I got underneath and took out this bracket. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolts to remove this bracket. One of them is right under the where the airbox hose, intake hose, bolts to the goes to the manifold, just underneath that circle. I know you can't see well, I don't have much light, but just underneath that, where that hose hooks up, there's a bolt, and then there's 5 more underneath and on the side. Locate those, take that bracket out, which is this bracket here, goes to the oil pan underneath. It does come out, not very easy, but it does. Then you have a bolt on the top of the starter and a bolt on the bottom of the starter. There's only 2 bolts to the starter. You take those out, and then you disconnect. You tip the starter up so that you can get at it through the intake here. And that's not very easy, but it does work. You take this nut, which this nut comes off, that all slides into there, and that is, I believe I used a 15 or 9/16. The airbox bolts are 10 millimeter, and the bracket is 18 millimeter size bolt. Remove the starter, unplug this plug from the back of the starter. There's a little plastic clip, slide clip, that you just pull out, and then this unplugs. You don't have to pull that clip all the way out. You unscrew this from the back of the starter. I'll show you. I got it out, but I'll show you real quick. Just a nut. I believe it's 15 millimeter. You unscrew that all the way, and that slides right off. Tip the starter up, and you can pull it out. I dropped it from underneath, and that's about it. Then you just reverse the process to put it back together. Thanks. If you like my video, click subscribe, hit like. Hope this helps you out.